There's your baby.
Welcome back, guys. This video we really are going to be talking about ostomy and Keegan's progressions since he's had his ostomy. So honestly, the ostomy bags are so complicated to take care of or get used to. So just like finding a right fit for Keegan and figuring out like what worked best for us was just kind of like really rough to begin with. So we haven't really made this video, but I think it's a really good progression video just to see where he's come from and where he's going and like how great things really have been for us. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just gathering the supplies for Keegan's ostomy bag change. It's really simple. So this part just goes onto his skin. This part goes on to the part that goes onto his skin. So this is where we keep all of Keegan's supplies. It's mostly ostomy bags and ostomy supplies, so all this stuff is just gonna be like ostomy bags and ostomy supplies and G-tube supplies and G-tube covers and connectors. And up here we just have Maple exporters, which if you're not sure what a sacrum pad is, it's just like kind of like padding that goes on your butt to prevent any like pressure sores. So we are gonna give Keegan a bath, show you guys how we give him a bath because he's got a little bathing chair and it takes two of us just because he's a little crazy.
So we just got Keegan out of the bath, and now we are making sure that his body is dry around where we have to put the ostomy bag and the adhesive on.
So it's pretty simple. This just goes right on here, you know. I've pre-cut it to make sure that it's the size I know Keegan's stoma size. So this red part right there is just called the stoma. And this is the bag that just attaches to the part here. So you want to make sure you get that on real quick before obviously any poop comes out. But you just connect it. It kind of locks just like a Tupperware would. And you see that his skin is like a little red around it, but that's pretty normal. It's just because we just tore off the bandage and he has really sensitive skin. Normally it wouldn't be this red and irritated. It's just because we had to do a bag change, which we do every 3 to 4 days, depending on how long Keegan will let it last. When you're first getting used to ostomies, I think that like an important thing to learn is that like it's definitely something that you're not gonna perfect on the first time, and you'll have to like learn how to get into it, because one time we changed 10 ostomy bags in one day because we just couldn't figure it out, and I felt so lost when we came home from the hospital, but now I can like literally do it in like 5 minutes. So this is just a barrier that goes around the adhesive to make sure that it doesn't come off, because it's kind of a mess if it ever does. Keegan's pulled it off. It comes off by itself, like things happen, but basically this is like a little diaper.
In a little while you guys will see the ostomy belt that we bought for Keegan, because he used to like to grab the belt and sling around his head like a towel, like a helicopter. So we learned our lesson very, very fast, and we definitely got something that helps us out.
So we usually have like really cool G-tube covers. Like I have them, I just don't know where they are right now. Probably in the washer and stuff. We have millions of them, and we literally just bought like 25 of these regular G-tube covers because if you know anything about G-tubes, they just really help prevent any of the gunk. So I just clean the skin because it doesn't get off all the gunk even though you just rinsed it. It doesn't bother you, huh? Nothing bothers you. And then it just goes around there and basically absorbs any of like the acids and stuff coming out of his stomach. Just like the ostomy bag, if any of that stuff gets on his skin, it's just really hard on their skin, and it just makes like kind of a rash really quickly because of how acidy and everything in your stomach is. So you just want to make sure that you get a good seal. So I always like push down and make sure that I have a good seal, because if you don't get a good seal the first time, it will come like literally right off within just a few hours. So I just make sure I have a good seal on it. But obviously Keegan's like crazy, and he really loves things that feel and sound like this. So basically this just goes inside here. And Keegan kind of has a large bag still, just because he has like a lot of gas and stuff. So we're constantly draining that throughout the day. But this makes it easy that like that bag doesn't hang down all day, and makes it easy so that Keegan can still like function throughout the day. So just Velcros really easy on the back and then keeps it like really slim. So once we put on his shorts, it just like sits flat on his stomach. And we have to change Keegan's ostomy bag and drain it because I'll show you guys on a unused pouch here how it drains out the bottom. And so this lasts for, like we said, 3 to 4 days, and then we have to give him a bath and change it. Obviously you can't get baths on other days because the ostomy bag can't get wet. There are special baths for the ostomy bag getting wet, but as you can tell that like it just makes it very functional for everyday life. And you can't even tell if his shirt comes up now that he even has a G-tube or an ostomy bag. So it's kind of nice because when we go into the store like before and his bag would show, it was just kind of, people would be like, what the heck? It's pretty simple. It seems scary, and before we knew what it was all about, but now that we know what it's all about, it's not so scary, huh? Also, if you guys don't know, find these on Amazon. They're called Baby Buddy, and it's a 360 toothbrush, vibrating for kids. Keegan loves it for the oral sensory vibrating part. So truth is, right after we took that video, we went straight to bed. So this morning we'll finish up just telling you a little bit more about Keegan's progressions, and then Dad will wake up and tell us what he thinks too. Look how cute he is. You are just the cutest, huh? Yeah. You know you're the cutest. Yeah.
Alright, so as Lexi was talking earlier about his ostomy bag, we're just going to show you how it works. Of course, this connects to his bandage on his stomach. This end is how we drain it, but as you can see, it's just a spout. So when it's on him, you roll it up, and it has this nice little Velcro piece, and you can hear it lock into place. So that is closed. And then when we vent him, you just lift this up, unfold it, and of course drain it into a poop pan. Before surgery, Keegan used to have G-tube feeds, but eventually we figured out that was the problem, and we switched him to TPN feeds, which were 24-hour basis. After surgery, we did a diluted feeding schedule of his formula with Pedialyte and water, but we were only running at 40 mLs an hour at a 24-hour basis. We were able to progress from there, I'd say 2 to 3 weeks after, to 84 mLs an hour at a 20-hour basis. And we just keep progressing and progressing. For now, we've currently progressed to his final stage in feeding, which is 84 mLs an hour for 12 hours overnight while he's sleeping, and 3 feeds during the day of 150 mLs for 1 hour. So that is huge for us because we get a lot of breaks. So at that, he has only 15 hours of hookup and 9 hours of free time. And as you can see right now, he needs some free time. Lexi and I were very scared to do this surgery. I think we talked off and on for 2 to 3 months, and I was very against it just because it's something you can't go back from, and it's changing, you know, major things in your kid's body. However, after surgery, we couldn't be more happy. We have a lot of hours that Keegan's disconnected, in which he really wants to crawl around and do him, which is huge. And also, the main thing is just his pain. He was in so much pain from pneumatosis, gas, crying all the time, and now it's a whole different ballgame. We hardly ever go to the hospital. We don't get pneumatosis because of the surgery. He has some gas, but we can vent him, and other stuff goes through the bag. Overall, 100% success, and I believe that surgery was definitely what we needed. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you have any questions, please leave them below. Otherwise, we'll see you next vlog.